Hey guys, so it's Cam here. So we're going to be talking about Albion Online today, and I've had my sights on this game for the last 2.5-ish years, as it was in development for a while, I believe from 2014 to 2016, after a Kickstarter campaign. It wasn't until about, I believe, later 2016 that it had originally captured my interest. Um, I liked that it was a sandbox MMO and the direction they were taking. The only thing for me was that it was pay to play. And at the time, I wasn't interested in subscription-based games. I didn't want to pay for what I was playing. I was looking more for a casual, free-to-play game. So it just didn't meet my standards at the time. Fast forward 2 more years, and Albion Online released for free in April of 2019. So it wasn't until about maybe November, December of 2019 that I had sort of caught wind of this and that it had gone free. Um, Now, this is something that definitely interested me, as I've always wanted to try the game and play it. So I decided to just do that and download it. And that's what brings us to today's video, my first impressions. So to start things off, I'm going to give you a brief description of what Albion Online is and what it consists of. Albion Online is a fantasy sandbox MMORPG featuring a player-driven economy, classless combat system, and intense PvP battles. Explore a vast open world full of danger and opportunity, a chance to grow your wealth, forge alliances, and leave your mark on the world of Albion. Now, upon first entering Albion and making your character and getting past the tutorial teaching you the basic things of how to play and sort of how the game works, it will ask you to pick a starter area. Now, these are a few positions, usually on the outskirts of the map, where you can choose a starting town. So if you have friends that you want to play with, generally you want to choose the same town. So that way you guys are close to each other. Now, the reason why this is so crucial and important is that a lot of Albion's endgame content and even mid-game content is based around PvP, as this is a PvP sandbox MMORPG. So if you find that you and your friend are on opposite sides of the map, as I experienced, you're going to have a tough time. And the reasoning for this is because there's a lot of PvP that is focused on in the center of the map, as these areas tend to have more loot and more resources for you to gather. Now, another important feature in the game, arguably the most important feature, comes in the form known as destiny boards. So basically what the destiny board allows you to do is it allows you to view everything your character can and cannot do in Albion. Now, as you can see by these blue lines, these are your tools that you're going to be using to gather resources in Albion. Now, there are ranks in the game, which are dependent on how far you have learned in your skill, such as you start off with beginner equipment, so beginner tools. Then you work your way to novice, journeyman, adept, expert, master, grandmaster, and last but not least, elder status. So as you can see, there's a lot of ranks and positions to obtain, and it does take some time to get there. Now, the reason why I feel this all works out so well is because Albion Online kind of plays in a circle format. You as the player are required to either purchase your items and gear and stuff off of the player-based market with your silver or gold, or you can choose to make the items yourself, craft them yourself, and remember that destiny board, you need to make sure you expand the right skills on your destiny board to make sure you can actually use and craft those items that you are trying to make or equip. So this is why it works so well, because each player is working towards roughly the same goals, and we all need to rely on each other or ourselves to be able to accomplish and achieve those things. So me personally, I'm just getting to tier 4 armor now, which I believe is adept armor. As I said before, it does go beginner, it does go to novice, then it does go to journeyman, then it does go to adept, and then it does go to expert, master, grandmaster, and of course, elder as the final one. But no, I am enjoying the game. I am having a great time playing it, and it really does reminisce and remind me of RuneScape. So if you like RuneScape or any other type of survival game, I would definitely check this out. If you are heavily into PvP or group PvPs and, mashing down other real life players with your friends and buddies is your type of thing, I would definitely recommend this game for that as well. Or if you ever feel like, you just want to play a game casually on your own time and still have, achievements every time you log in, this is also that type of game. Because I find myself, every time I'm logging in and logging out, I always feel like I've accomplished and did something and working towards a common goal on my destiny board. Now, obviously, as you get higher rank, these things are going to be harder to achieve, and it's going to take longer, but nonetheless, it doesn't make it any less rewarding when you get to that spot that you're trying to make it to. And that's going to wrap up my first impressions video. I know I wasn't able to scratch the surface of everything that Albion Online has to offer, but I hope I was able to provide a little bit of insight onto what the game's about. So if you're the type that likes to PvP or even play at your own pace, I 100% definitely recommend checking this game out. AlbionOnline.com.
If you want to see more what Tom has, click here. Or you know what? Just go check out all his videos.